and he's in the midst of a scandal.
He's not.
And he's taking...
He's
of course
not.
he is,
No,
Leslie.
come on.
Of course he is. It's the biggest, second biggest scandal.
So,
the biggest scandal was when they spied on my campaign. They spied on my campaign,
there's
Leslie.
no real evidence of that.
Of course there is.
No.
It's all over the place. They spied on my campaign. They got caught.
No.
And then they went much further than that, and they got caught. And you will see that, Leslie. And you know that, but you just don't want to put it on the air.
As a matter of fact, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, let's see what winning looks like. Have you noticed that Hunter Biden has not said anything? Hunter has not said nothing. He ain't said a damn thing. People done called him. They done released videos of him in his underwear and diapers, videos of him snorting cocaine. Hunter Biden has been drugged through the mud, and he ain't never say nothing. So the question is, why is Hunter talking now? And then when Hunter starts to talk, well, all of a sudden is he throwing people under the bus. Now, word on the street is that Hunter was the chief of staff for Joe Biden. That Hunter was his dad's chief of staff. And that Hunter was making decisions inside of the White House. And now that Hunter's come out to speak, it's going to be what Hunter says that points us in the right direction. Why is all of this happening? Because of this. Hold on, let me show you. Explosive. Senate Judiciary Committee drops bombshell on FBI's Clinton cover-up, declassifies, and releases long-hidden Clinton annex to the public. This is just one of the new pieces of news that is driving the deep state into fear. U.S. Senate Committee on Judiciary has released a scathing statement exposing FBI's utter failure, if not outright refusal to properly investigate Hillary Clinton's illegal use of a private email server during her time as Secretary of State. Senator Chuck Grassley revealed that the newly declassified Clinton Annex, an apex appendix to the DOJ Inspector General's 2018 report, shows that James Comey, FBI, deliberately ignored key evidence, stonewalled Congress, and prioritized politics over national security. What the FBI covered up: thumb drives containing sensitive data tied to the State Department, Congress, and even President Obama himself were seized and then ignored. A FBI memo recommended further searches, but the Bureau leadership squashed the probe. Intelligence reports indicated coordination between then DOC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz and operatives from Soros-funded Open Society foundations to suppress the investigation. The FBI failed to pursue leads that the Obama administration intentionally derailed the Clinton probe to protect her candidacy in 2016. You see, there's a great shaking going on. We have this. We have the pardons coming into play where the auto pin investigation is happening. And so we have to understand that all these damn people is connected into this one gigantic bundle. And so Hunter comes out, and then Hunter starts throwing people under the bus. Let's take a listen to who Hunter is throwing under the bus.
And you would have the Speaker Emeritus that would say, well, you know, I'm going to leave it up to, but I don't know. And they had already made a decision. They had clearly made a decision. And when I say they, I mean the Speaker. And, you know, I heard Alexander Pelosi say something, call my like, put your big girl pants on to my mom or something. And I kind of feel like saying, who the fuck do you think you are? I would never speak about your mom that way.
Yeah.
I would never speak about your father that way. I would never insult your parents that way. Even to this day, I would never. And you. Fuck him.
Opinions, but
Fuck him. Fuck him and everybody around him. I don't have to be fucking nice. Number one, I agree with Quentin Tarantino. Fucking George Clooney is not a fucking actor. He is a fucking, I don't know what he is. He's a brand. And by the way, and God bless him. You know what? He supposedly treats his friends really well. You know what I mean? Buys them things. And he's got a really great place in Lake Como. And he's great friends with Barack Obama. Fuck you. What do you have to do with fucking anything? Why do I have to fucking listen to you? What right do you have to step on a man who's given 52 years of his fucking life to the service of this country and decide that you, George Clooney, are going to take out basically a full-page ad in the fucking New York Times to me and James Carville, who hasn't run a race in 40 fucking years, and David Axelrod, Axelrod, who had one success in his political life, and that was Barack Obama. And that was because of Barack Obama, not because of fucking David Axelrod. And David Plouffe, and all of these guys, and the Pod Save America guys, who were junior fucking speechwriters in, on Barack Obama's Senate staff, who have been dining out on the relationship with him for years, making millions of dollars. The Anita Dunns of the world, who's made $40, $50 million off the Democratic Party. They're all going to insert their judgment over a man who has figured out, unlike anybody else, how to get elected to the United States Senate over 7 times, how to pass more legislation than any president in history, how to have a better midterm election than anybody in history, and how to garner more votes than any president that has ever run. And they're going to replace their judgment for his.
Not to mention...
Who's Jake Tapper's audience? Jake Tapper...
my mom or something? I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
For real, though. I don't even think it's your mom anymore.
No.
By the numbers, what influence does Jake Tapper have over anything? He has the smallest audience on cable news. And beyond that, I think that the book is right now on Amazon that he put out. I mean, his ratings just went to shit after he put the book out. You know, they did a 2-week infomercial for it. I mean, it was such a money grab, such a disservice to everybody that he serves with.
Now, if you've been following me, I told you the Democratic Party was at war. But see, Trump going after Obama, going after Hillary, which he had to do. The issue now is, are we going to get an indictment? But him going after all of them has put them all at war and at odds. So we got the Russia hoax collusion coming to the forefront. We're going back and going over Hillary Clinton's private servers. We're going back and the auto pens with Joe Biden. All these things have these guys in a full-on panic. And you know it's a panic because Hunter Biden is talking. Hunter did not talk. I'm sorry. Now, if you're looking for the number one indicator that some shit is going down, pardon my language, it's this man right here running his mouth. I don't care what nobody else say. This right here is the number one indicator to me that them people is scared. And so now Hunter is every man for himself. And so Joe can't come out and defend himself because he can't talk. So who comes out? Hunter. And Hunter comes out on the attack. Notice, F George Clooney, because he's with Barack Obama. He just dissed everybody down with Barack Obama. This means that it's every man for himself, ladies and gentlemen, which means that the pressure is mounting. Yeah. They under pressure. Doom, 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 doom. Under pressure. And it's a great thing. It's a great thing. It lets you know that there's something happening. Now, Pam Bondi, I'm just going to tell you, this pressure came from Tulsi Gabbard, the shooter. Y'all don't understand Tulsi is a shooter. I don't believe this pressure came from Pam Bondi. This pressure came from the shooter, Tulsi Gabbard, going out and releasing documents. And so she's releasing stuff left and right. Hold on. Wait, before we do that, I found another one, a crackhead, Hunter Biden, being pissed off because of the illegals are getting returned to El Salvador. Now, why is this so important? Because he knows that as these people get deported, the Democratic base crumbles. The infrastructure that protected them crumbles. So the more and more these people deported, the more people self-deport, the more they leave this country, it is deadly for the deep state. It's deadly for their political power. Now, of course, they still got their blackmail power and all the rest of their head busters and wig splitters. But that don't do you no good when you got a massive Republican majority, which is what we're heading into in 2026, as long as Donald doesn't misplay the hand. He already misplayed it once. If everybody shut up, if Pam is doing good, being quiet, if Pam shut her damn mouth, and they arrest some people, we going to be all right. I'm telling you, Pam come running out on TV again, oh my Lord, it's going to end bad. When I tell you she run them out on TV again, it's going to end bad. Right now, they are falling apart. But watch, he's upset about this.
And he's somehow convinced all of us that these people are the fucking criminals? White men in America are 45 more times likely to commit a fucking violent crime than an immigrant. And the media says, well, you got David Axelrod and, Rahm fucking Emanuel. So fucking smart, Rahm Emanuel. He said, we got to understand that these people are really mad. And we got to appeal to these white voters. Rahm, the only people that fucking appealed to those fucking white voters was Joe Biden, 81 years old. And he got 81 million votes, and he did not because he appeased their fucking Trumpian sense, but because he challenged it. And he said, you can be an 81-year-old Catholic from fucking Scranton that doesn't understand it, but still has empathy for transgender people and immigrants. And then nobody said, oh, Joe Biden's going to turn us into a socialist state, no matter how much they said it. But these guys think that we need to run away from all values in order for us to lead. I say, fuck you. How are we getting those people back from fucking El Salvador? Because I'll tell you what, if I became president in 2 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 3 years from now, I would pick up the phone and call the fucking president of El Salvador and say, you either fucking send them back or I'm going to fucking invade. It's a fucking crime what they're doing. He's a fucking dictator thug.
Kelly or Trump?
Both.
You know, Hunter done lost his mind, and he talking like a crackhead. Let's just say this. And the next thing I'm going to say is this. It would be wild if he thinks, and this is crackhead thinking, drug addict thinking, that I'm finna run for office. It's full-on crackhead thinking, but what if this crackhead, because that's what a crackhead will do, is say, nah, I'm going to go run. And if I was president, I would do this. Man, that would be crazy. Oh, my Lord, that would be absolutely freaking insane. But, again, the Democratic Party is at war. Now, there's another piece of news that I want to show you guys. I was going to spin to something else, but I think this is even more important. We know the reason why these people are behaving this way. I'm pretty sure you've seen that. This is the most encouraging news that I've seen, because this is very important going into this election in New York City, what Tom Homan says. Tom Homan is spazzing about them shooting one of his officers in the face. And he's saying, hey, listen, we about to flood the zone. We about to flood the zone in New York. And we about to get these illegals. And what is going to happen is people are going to run away. They're going to be like, no, I can't be in New York. I can't be in New York. But it's going to be contentious. Because New York now is a Muslim stronghold. It's a leftist stronghold. The Big Apple got a big-ass hole in it. So we got a problem on our hands. But this is the fight that has to be fought right now. Not later, right now. And they about to fight.
I'll say it again. Sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. And I'm going to work very hard with Secretary Noem to keep President Trump's promise and his commitment several weeks ago that sanctuary cities are now our priority. We're going to flood the zone. You don't want to let us into jail to arrest a bad guy in the safety and security of a jail. You want to release him into the street, which makes it unsafe for the community, makes it unsafe for the officer, makes it unsafe for the alien. Because anything can happen on a street arrest. So what we're going to do, we'll have more agents in New York City to look for that bad guy. So sanctuary cities get exactly what they don't want, more agents in the community and more agents in the work site. If we can't arrest a bad guy in the safety and security of the county jail, then we'll arrest him in the community, and we'll arrest him in the jail. And when we arrest him in the community, if he's with others that are in the country illegally, they're coming too. I'll say it again, sanctuary cities are sanctuaries.
And that's what it needs to be. I'm not sure why they've been playing games with this in the first place. New York should have been the first place they went. You remember him and Eric Adams sitting there talking, and Eric saying, yeah, I'm working with ICE. And he should have went straight to New York off rip. But had he went straight to New York off rip, this whole socialist, Marxist, the illegal aliens going to vote Mandami in would not be as prevalent. But at the same time, it kind of needed to go that way because people needed to see Mandami. That needs to be in people's faces so they can say, hold on, man, this is out of hand. This dude is not a citizen. I mean, he's a citizen of the United States of America, but he don't represent us. You needed to hear what Mandami had to say. Now, swinging back to the Democratic warfare that's going on. So we got warfare amongst the deep state within the Democratic Party because they all getting exposed and they're getting ready to come down. We got people calling for the arrest of Barack Hussein Obama. You got Donald Trump releasing videos with music and songs with Obama being arrested. And then you have this other thing. You have this other thing where Islamists are taking over the Democratic Party. And they did this to themselves. And so there's no way any Islamicist candidate wins on a national level at all. But they don't care about that, quite frankly. They only care about winning on a city level, on a local level. They got a long-term plan that they're running. But look how these people are behaving. Let me play this for you. This is what happens when you bend over to Islamicists. because you think they're going to behave cordially like you would behave. And if you notice the sign that they're holding up for a candidate named Nasir, and you see the liberal white guy getting upset, banging on the table. Let me turn the volume down. He's banging on the table. Calm down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Let me go where he is. He is right here. The liberal white man. The liberal white man right there that brought it in. No, let's shut this down. Shut this down. Y'all going to have to calm down. Shut it 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 down. Boom, boom. Let me bang my gavel. They're not listening. They're not listening to me. And he stomps off. No. You gave the soft underbelly to people who will not behave cordial. None of you done messed up. Yeah, you done messed up. And see, this is the problem in America. It's white liberal ignorance and white liberal non-common sense having people. Now, I'm going to say this about black folk. We brainwashed to hate the white man at all costs. But when it comes to certain stuff, we got a little bit of damn common sense. We got a little bit of tribalism, and that bit of tribalism that's left says, nah, I'm not about to have no Muslim come up in here and do what they gonna do. But no, to get us, you're gonna have to bring a Negro in there that's a full-on socialist. And you bring a Negro in there that's a socialist, that's saying he gonna give some reparations, you gonna get all the black people. But you ain't finna bring no Muslim in there and get all the black people. No, you're just not finna do that. But you can damn sure get all the leftist white people who lack common sense. And herein lies the problem. And you know what? It's a great thing. I don't like it. But see that little dude right there? He learned the lesson. You see, the other one right there with the little shirt on, the little gay shirt on, they all learning the lesson right now. They learn the lesson that these people going to trample over you. Look at them holding up poles and sticks and stuff in the crowd. You learning the lesson. Your mama and daddy ain't teach you this lesson. You an American. At the end of the day, you still an American. And you can't be bringing in other political ideologies that are mixed with religions and think they're going to abide by any rules. They going to conquer you. And what you watching is a white liberal man get conquered right there on stage. He going to beat his gab. Watch him. Beat the gab. And put his hand on his hips. Listen to me. You're going to listen to me right now. Listen to me. Listen to me. Damn it. I said, listen to, we're wrapping this up. Listen to me right now. Listen. I am the boss, and I'm the boss of everything. Listen to me. Damn it. Bang, bang. Listen to me. They're not listening. They're not listening. I don't know what to do. They're not listening. They're not listening. These people are idiots. All right, guys. I'll see y'all on the next video. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the subscribe button. And for some more of this dark waters. Don't drink the dark waters. Swim in the dark waters. Don't drink it. You drink the dark waters is worse than drinking methylene blue. You're going to be jumping up and down off the walls. Don't drink the dark waters, man.